Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about God of War 2005, not to be confused with the 2018 game also called God of War. I don't know why they made two games with the same exact name. They could have, if it's called God of War 2018, God of War 4, it doesn't make any sense to me. Yet here we are. It's 20 years old. This is my first time playing it, and I gotta say, I really enjoyed it. It's one of the best action games I've played. It's pretty light on the story, but very heavy on the action. It's Greek mythology inspired, and I've always had mixed feelings on Greek mythology. I don't really find the Greek gods that interesting. They come off as a bunch of narcissists, and I don't really care about them. But I love the Greek monsters, like all the villains, like the Medusa, the Cyclops, the Minotaurs. All those things are really interesting, and you get to fight a lot of them, and it's really fun. Kratos is an interesting character. I like how this game starts off with him committing suicide or attempting to, and then we kind of go back a few weeks and see how he got to that point. His attacks are simplistic but fun at the same time. They don't really the game doesn't need to overcomplicate itself in its mechanics, and I think I appreciate that a lot because I'm not the best gamer. I don't have time to keep track of all of that. You collect green orbs, red orbs, and blue orbs to gain health and use the magic to defeat the enemies, so on and so forth. The graphics are pretty good, even for I played the PS3 version of it on the PS4. Very confusing. I had to get PS Premium to play it because they don't sell it and they don't have it on a disc. So I had to get the premium version just for 1 month though because I don't want to pay for more than I need. Uh, I'm speaking of not being good at gaming. I made a really bad mistake, which prevented me from finishing the game. So it's the level where you're pushing the guy in the cage up the slope, and you gotta fight these bad guys. I didn't know that they were infinite, so about after 3 rounds of fighting them, I was pretty low on health, and I decided to save the game, run back up, save the game, because I thought, okay, I must be almost done by now. I just want to save the game in case anything happens wrong. So now I'm stuck in this constant loop where I keep dying, but it doesn't go back to where I was at the beginning. It goes back to where I was at the save point. So I'm literally fucked, and I would have to start the whole game over, which I did, and then got quickly bored of doing that because I already played through all of this. I don't know. Games and those save systems back then were awful. I thank God for autosave nowadays, right? So I'm probably never gonna finish the game. I got stuck in that really bad place. My dumbass saved at the worst possible moment, so I do not know how this game ends. Um, it's yeah. I like how the combat is a mix of random button mashing, and then sometimes you have to do correct buttons in the right order. I think that's kind of cool. It's not just you know triangle and square over and over again. Sometimes you have to do like certain quick time events. Soundtrack is amazing. It's one of the best soundtracks I've heard for a video game. The voice acting is great too. The narrator is really good. It's just a very fun game. I just wish I could undo that mistake where I saved the game in the middle of the infinite thing because there's no way for me to finish the game now unless I want to start all over again. And I was already 6 hours into the game, so I don't want to do that again. But yeah, a very bloody game, So if you have small kids, maybe don't have them play that. But I feel like if you could handle the blood and gore, then go ahead. It's not a game for kids, but if you're mature enough, it's amazing. I highly recommend it. It's one of the most iconic video games of the PS2 era, and there's a reason why they made so many sequels. I'm gonna play the sequels eventually. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. Hopefully, I don't save at the worst point. But this guy I was talking to said that it doesn't. It's not a continuing story really. It's more like Indiana Jones, where each one he goes on a different adventure, which is nice. So don't expect the God of War 2 review for a little bit. I think I'm gonna play a different game, as a nice little palate cleanser, and get back to God of War series. So let me know what you guys thought of God of War 2005, and did you somehow make the same mistake I did? Which is very upsetting because I was like 85% down to the game as well. Um, I'm so upset at myself for that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.